Okay, good morning, all of you. So, in the previous session, we discussed that Zener diode and one of the application of a Zener diode as an voltage regulator. So, as we know that the basic property of a the Zener diode is always connected in a reverse bias and it is always operated in a breakdown region. And when the Zener diode, when it is operated in a breakdown region, it can be acts like a constant voltage source, so that the Zener diode is used in the voltage regulator circuit. So when the two conditions are satisfied by the circuit, that time at any cost, the Zener diode will maintain the constant output voltage, and this constant output voltage is always equal to the Zener voltage is there, so that we can say that output voltage is equal to VZ. And what are these two basic criteria should be fulfilled by the circuit? One is the Zener diode is connected in reverse bias, and another one is Zener diode is connected in a breakdown region. So for the university exam, the so many MCQs it may form from this Zener diode. So the first MCQ is like that: the Zener diode is always connected in forward bias, reverse bias, in both the way. So your answer should be in a reverse bias. Second MCQ, it may be like that: the Zener diode is operated in. So your correct answer should be in a breakdown region is that. Get it my point? The third MCQ is based on this equation: I is equal to IZ plus IL. Is it right? And the fourth equation, when the Zener diode is acts as a voltage regulator, the output voltage becomes, which is equal to V0 is equal to VZ, or the output voltage is always equal to the Zener voltage is there. So such types of MCQ are always asked in that university exam is there. So you should be prepared for it. Okay. And now the 2 point today we are going to discuss out of that. Now this is a second type of a special purpose diode is there. Before that we discussed that the Zener diode is a special purpose diode. Now this is a second special purpose diode, and that is called as a light emitting diode. In short, you can call it a LED. And I think you are familiar with this LED is that. Get it my point? So you can observe that for our domestic purpose, for the decoration purpose, for industry purpose. Is it right? Everywhere now you can observe that LED here. If I say that, if I am not wrong, then now you can see that now LCD goes off, and now the new technology it comes with that LED. Now you can find it that your filament bulb, tube, then your television, everything it comes with that LED. It means that LEDs has the more advantages as compared to that LCD. That's why now everything is replaced with that LEDs. That few years back our television is of LCD, now it becomes LED. Few years back our cell phone display is LCD display, now it is LED. Now the lamp, bulb, tube, everything it is come with that LEDs there. It means that why that LEDs are majorly used in the display devices is there, because LED gives the more advantages as compared to that LCD. That's why the new technology, new display devices, it comes with that LEDs there. Now if you see that your calculator is also one of the application of a LED is there. Your a digital clock is also that one of the application of LED is there. Now you can try to search it. What are the tremendous applications of that LED is there? If you see that your cell phone charger to indicate the light, that where there also that one small LED is present. for the decoration purpose, means for LCD, DVD player, LCD player, everywhere that LED is there. If you see that your computer is also with that LED is there, whatever the display device is there in the computer to indicate the light, the computer screen, everything it's come with that LED is there. Now you can imagine how many applications of that LED is there nowadays. Get it my point? And now in this session we are going to discuss the basic things about that the LED is there. So now you know that if you operate that LED, when you switch on that LED will give that visible light. But let me clear that this LED is also a 1 p-n junction diode. It is also made with the semiconductor material. But the difference is that along with the silicon and the germanium, a few more material are used so that when the LED is operated, it gives that visible light, and this is the symbol of LED is there. Now, if you see that the symbol of that LED, you can see that the symbol is the same like a ordinary p-n junction diode, but only these two arrows are extra in that symbol, and these two arrow, it indicates that LED will emit the light. It gives the visible light. It will emit the visible light. That's why these arrow and the direction of an arrow is also plays a very important role. What the direction of that arrow in the symbol indicates, this LED gives or emit the light. Get it, my friend? Now see that, try to read it. That LED, light emitting diode, is a diode that gives the visible light. MCQ type question like which are part time. And very important thing is that LED is always operated in a forward bias. It never operated in a reverse bias is there. If you connect the LED in a reverse bias, it will be permanently damaged. So that it's your responsibility. When you want to connect that LED to that circuit, you have to connect it in a forward bias only. Then what is the difference between the ordinary p-n junction diode? The p-n junction diode can be connected in forward and reverse. Then first special purpose diode, we call it a Zener diode. It can be connected in a reverse bias only, but if you connect in a forward bias, it acts like an ordinary p-n junction diode. It will not damage. But the LED is always connected in a forward bias. It will not connected in a reverse bias. This is the basic things about this second special purpose diode. We call it LED is that. And now, as we know that the semiconductor material, the p-n junction, ordinary p-n junction diode is made up with the silicon and the germanium. The Zener diode is also made up with the silicon and the germanium. But LED is made up with the silicon, germanium, and these are the three different materials: gallium, phosphorus, and that arsenic. And with the help of these three different materials, that LEDs are available in different colors. By varying this quantity, that LEDs are available in the different colors, and these colors are red LED, green LED, yellow LED, blue LED. Nowadays, the white LED is also available. Get it, my friend? So these are the different colors of LED. In these colors, if you observe that LEDs are available. And with this new technology, might be that LEDs are available with more colors are there. But right now, generally when I want to speak, then definitely that RGB, I get it my point, yellow and that white LEDs are available. You can search it everywhere. You can find it. Get it my point. And now, as I said that, along with the silicon and the germanium, these gallium, phosphorus, and that arsenics, and with the help of these, the different LEDs can be prepared. Now you can try to see that. LED is made up with the gallium phosphate. This LED will emit the green light. That LED is made up with the gallium arsenide. This LED will emit the red light. And this LED with the indium gallium nitrate, it will give that the blue type of light is there. So these are the formation of a LEDs there. Get it my point? So you just remember that these are three different materials: gallium, phosphorus, arsenic, along with silicon and the germanium is there. Okay. And now try to read the basic theory about that LED. When LED is forward biased, electrons from N-type material cross the PN junction. Actually, the working principle of an ordinary PN junction diode and that LED is remain same. When the ordinary PN junction diode is connected in a forward bias, as you know that the majority charge carriers from both the regions are tried to cross the junction, and that current can flow through the ordinary PN junction diode. With the same way, the same theory is applicable for that LED. The only difference is that, and the difference is given in a second point. What is the difference here? When the ordinary PN junction diode is connected in a forward bias, due to the movement of holes and electrons, the heat energy is produced in the ordinary PN junction diode. But as you know that in that LED, three different materials are used, and due to that, when that LED is connected in a forward bias, due to the movement of electrons and holes, the energy is released in the form of heat and in the form of visible light. This is the basic difference. In terms of PN junction diode, only heat energy is released. But in terms of LED, the heat and the visible light is emitted due to the recombination of that electrons is there when it is connected in a forward bias is there. It means that LED always emit the visible light is there, and it is always connected in a forward bias. Get it my point? Now these are the few advantages and that application of a LED is there. But before that, let me clear, this is a special purpose diode which is designed to operate in a forward bias only. Forward bias only. It means that when you want to connect that LED, you must know the positive and the negative terminal of LED is there. Then how to identify the positive and the negative terminal of LED? So let me give that. If you see that, if you hold that LED in your hand, and if you see that internal structure of that LED through the outer glass window, then you will observe that inside that LED, one big area plate is there and one smaller plate is there, like that. These are the two terminals. Get it my point? Like that, the two plates are there, and these entire two plates, the one small wire is in between them, and these entire two plates are encapsulated in the glass window is there. So this is the LED is there. Have you observed it? If you see that, you can see that the picture here. Just check it. Get it my point? Have you observed that inside this red color LED, this one, it acts as a one bigger color plate, first plate, and this one, it acts as the smaller area plate is that. So if you see that this smaller area plate will act as a positive terminal, and the bigger area plate which is connected to the rod, this rod, it acts as a negative terminal here. So in this way, you can find out the positive and the negative terminal of LED. And once you identify the positive and the negative terminal of LED, then you can remember the one thing, you can easily connect this diode in a forward bias in actual circuit is there. So this is very important thing is that how to identify the positive and the negative terminal of that LED is there. Get it my point? And another one difference is that, what is the difference? The rod which is connected to the smaller plate, the length of that rod is greater than the second rod which is connected to the bigger plate is there. So the length of the rod which is greater, actually that length of the rod is connected to the smaller plate, which plate it acts as a positive terminal. And the length of the rod which connected to the bigger plate, which plate acts as a negative terminal. In this way, you can identify the diode is there. And now see that what are the advantages, so that every technology with the display is come up with that LED, because LEDs require the low voltage, low operating voltage. Actually, the operating range of a LED is general. I say that this is not that exact or appropriate or correct thing is that, but the operating range of that LED, forward bias operating range, is from 1.2 volt to 3.7 volt is there. Depends upon the preparation of that LED. The maximum forward bias operating range of that LED is 1.2 to 3.7 volt. It means that now if you see that a very small voltage is required to operate that LED. It's a 1.2 to 3.7 volt. Another point is that it has its a longer life. And because of that, the new technology it's come up with that LED, because these 2 points are very important, as it requires a very less electric energy, because it requires a very less voltage. And another thing is that it has its a longer life. And the second advantage is that it has its a fast switch on and the switch off timing. Means once you switch on the button, that LED it will be glow. Once you switch off the button, within a fraction of second, LEDs will be glows off. But in terms of LCD, that LCDs required the time, the specific time to switch on and the switch off. And in that, the lot of energy it may waste. But LEDs switch on, that switch off time is very, very fast. Get it my point? So due to these three advantages, now new technology is always prefer the LED there. Then as I already discussed that there's so many applications, but still I have written that here 3 applications are there. But there are so many applications are there. It's a power indicator. Now for our domestic purpose also, if you see that electric board over there, the one small LEDs are present, which indicates that power. जर तुम्ही एनर्जी मीटर सुद्धा घरातला बघितला, एनर्जी मीटर, जर एनर्जी मीटर जरी बघितला तर त्या ठिकाणी रेड कलरचा एलईडी तुम्हाला दिसेल, ग्रीन कलरचा एलईडी दिसेल. So many LEDs you will observe which indicates that power indication. Traffic signal, lightning purpose also we use that LED. You can give that number of example. Your computer screen is also LED. Then your Android mobile screen is also LED. Then your digital watch is also come up with that LED. Then the calculator is also the application of LED, calculator screen. Then your bulb is also the application of LED, LED bulb we say that. Then your tube light is also the application of LED. So like that, you can give the many applications of that LEDs there. And because of these 3 advantages. Is it right? And now this single LED actually having that very limited application, but with the help of the combination of LED, one device is formed, and this device is a very popular in that application of LED, and that device is called as a 7-segment LED display device. Now what the meaning, what this word it gives that the meaning 7 segment. 7 segment, it means that total 7 LEDs are grouped together. They are connected together. They are arranged together so that one display device is formed, and this display device is capable to display the digits from 0 to 9 and the letter from A to F, so that this device is most popular in the electronics field is there. What I say that when the 7 LEDs are grouped together in a one particular pattern, then one device is formed, and that device is called as a 7-segment LED display device. माता तुम्हाला हे जे ऍक्च्युअल इमेज जर तुम्ही बघितलं तर तुम्हाला हे लक्षात येईल की तुमचा कॅल्क्युलेटर मध्ये असे 7 सेगमेंट एलईडी डिस्प्ले डिव्हाइस कनेक्ट केलेले आहेत, so that it display the numbers between the 0 to 9 and A to F. Means to display the something, the such types of device is used. And how these 7 LEDs are grouped together, I have shown here. See that this A, actually we have to rotate in a clockwise direction. This is the first LED A, second LED B, third LED C, fourth LED D, fifth LED E, sixth LED F, and seventh LED is a G. So like that, these 7 LEDs are grouped together, and their pattern shape, pattern size, the way of these 7 LEDs are connected together is fixed. You cannot change in an anti-clockwise direction. Everything is a fixed. This one is a first, from this first, and this one is a 7. In this way, the 7 LEDs are connected together. Now, how they are connected together? Based on their connection, the two types are there. Either the cathode terminal, because LEDs also the two terminals are there. One is an anode and another one is a cathode. This is the symbol of LED. This region is called as a positive. We call it an anode, positive. And this one is acts as a cathode. If, as you say that when the 7 LEDs are connected together, and based on that how they are connected together, there are two types of 7-segment LED display device. One is a common cathode. Name itself gives that the meaning. When the cathode of all 7 LEDs are connected together, then this type of 7-segment LED is called as a common cathode. And when common anode, means anode terminal are taken as a common for all 7 LED, then this is called as a common anode LED display device. Get it my point? And now if you see that this two structure, actually what that A, B, C in a vertical line, if you observe that, but their fixed shape is like that. You please see here. This one is a first LED. I say that A. This one is a second LED. I say that it's a B. This one is a third LED. I say that it's a C. This one is a fourth LED. I say that it's a D. Then it's a fifth one, E. Then it's a sixth one, it's E. And the last one, it's a F. This shape is a fixed. And how they are connected together in these two ways, common anode or common cathode is there. These are the two types there. And now how it look like, see that. This is the actual image, actual display of 7-segment LED display device. Now, what are the application? As I rightly mentioned that your calculator is one of the application with you. It's a calculator is the application of a 7-segment LED display device. Again, the digital clock to represent the time, date. Is right. In the digital clock, the 7-segment LED display device is used. If you see that your wristwatch, digital watch, this is also the one of the application of the 7-segment LED display device is there. Then that electronics meter with which we can measure the voltage, current, everything. Then telephone caller ID, DVD player. Then many applications are there in the car decoration purpose. So many LEDs are used. And nowadays, whatever you will observe that the digital board, which can be used for the advertising purpose, where there also a 7-segment LED display device is used. Now you can imagine how many applications are there. Whatever the traffic signals are, you can use that. They are also that 7-segment LED display device is used to represent the date, time, everything. Means whatever whenever you want to represent that the digit or the letters, that time you can find it, the 7-segment LED display device is used. If you see that वेट मशीन, मग ते कसलंही वेट मशीन असेल, ह्युमन वेट मशीन असेल किंवा एखाद्या किराणा दुकानामध्ये जे वेट मशीन असेल, त्याच्याकडे एक मशीन आहे, त्या मशीनला एक डिस्प्ले आहे, मग तिथं तुम्हाला दाखवलं जातं 1 kg 2 kg, जसं ते वेट मशीन केलं जातं त्याचा. सो व्हॉट इज दॅट डिस्प्ले? दॅट इज ऑल्सो द 7-segment LED डिस्प्ले डिव्हाइस इज दॅट. म्हणजे जरी सोन्याच्या दुकानामध्ये जरी गेला तुम्ही, तर त्या ठिकाणी जी काय वेट मशीन आहे, त्या वेट मशीनचा जो काय डिस्प्ले आहे तो 7-segment LED display device आहे. Get it my point? And how it actually works? See that. Now from that, actually this is only one 7-segment display device which represents the digits 0 to 9 and capital A to F. But to avoid the confusion, because if that 8 it will be displayed, it means that all LED will glow on. This is the 8. So how the B can be displayed, capital B? So it is a confusion. So that the B can be displayed with the small letters in this way. D can be displayed with the small letters in this way. And the rest of the letters will display with the capital letters. You can see once again. A, B, C, D, E, and F. Get it, my point? So these are that application, and based on that, which LEDs are on their table I have given. म्हणजे जर तुम्हाला आता 8 डिजिट डिस्प्ले करायचं असेल, तर आता मला सांगा, जे आपण म्हणतो की हे A आहे, हे B आहे, हे C आहे, D, E, F, G. 8 डिजिट जर डिस्प्ले व्हायचं असेल तर कोणते एलईडी ग्लो होतील या ठिकाणी? सगळे. 0 डिजिट डिस्प्ले व्हायचं असेल तर कोणता एलईडी ग्लो होणार नाही? जी. इट्स G. 1 डिजिट डिस्प्ले व्हायचं असेल तर कोणते एलईडी ग्लो होतील? 1.
B and C.
दिसतंय का बघा इथं, B आणि C 1 साठी. बरोबर आहे? Get it my point? So in this way you can remember the thing which LED will glow, आणि याच्यावरती तुम्हाला MCQ questions विचारले जाऊ शकतात. The 0 digit is a display using 7-segment display device which LED will not glow. 0 digit साठी तर तुमचा आन्सर काय असेल? Z. So based on that, any question, so that's why the pattern is shown here is that. Get it my point? So this is the one of that application of LED, and that application is known as 7-segment LED display device. Get it my point? And then the last one point, this one is the third special purpose diode, and we call it a photodiode. This is also a PN junction diode. This is also the PN junction diode. But before that, why the photodiode is designed? Let me discuss that, the basic principle. If you see that the PN junction diode in a reverse bias, PN junction diode in a reverse bias, what happened when the PN junction diode is connected in reverse bias? If you see that, the no current will flow through the PN junction diode in a reverse bias. Practically, I say that very small current, it will flow up to the Zener voltage. And that current is due to the minority carrier. We call it a reverse saturation current. Generally, when I want to speak, I say that no current will flow through the ordinary PN junction diode when it is connected in a reverse bias. So by considering these things, one special purpose diode is designed which is operated in a reverse bias only. And how it can be operated? It can be operated based on the photo energy or the light energy falling on it. That's why the symbol of the photodiode, you can see that the symbol. And here the direction of these two arrow plays a very important role, because this special purpose diode is designed to operate in a reverse bias, and when the light is falling on that diode, that time only it works. That's why this two arrow is pointing towards the diode is there. And if you see that the structure on the top of the diode, this is a one glass window is provided. This is a glass window, and this is the metal outer sheet. And these are the two electrodes. Out of that, one it acts as a positive, another one acts as a negative. Get it my point? And when the light is falling on that glass window, then this glass window is exactly on that PN junction. Is exactly on the junction. Here, this is the glass window, and this is the metal sheet. And these are the two electrodes. When the light is falling on that glass window, this light energy, photon energy, is absorbed in the junction, in the depletion layer. And what is present in the depletion layer? It's uncompensated ion, means covalent bonds are present. Is it right? Only covalent bonds are present. And when the light is falling on it, when the light energy is absorbed in the depletion region, due to that energy, the covalent bonds are started to break. And when they break, the number of charge carriers are start to generated, and hence the current can flow through the reverse bias photodiode here. But the generation of charge carriers is based on that intensity of light. As the intensity of light is more, the more energy is absorbed, more free electrons and the holes are generated, and the more current can flow through the photodiode is there. So this is the basic principle behind the photodiode is there. Now you can try to read it. The photodiode is a PN junction or PN structure diode. A photodiode is specially designed to operate in a reverse bias, and it is made up with the silicon and the germanium, in which the reverse current increases when the junction is exposed to light. It means that this photodiode is a function of light energy falling on it. When the light photon energy falls on PN junction, energy is imparted in the junction, depletion layer. Imparted in the junction, this will create the more free electrons. These additional free electrons will increase the reverse current in the photodiode is there. This is the basic principle behind it. Get it my point? And now see that the construction, it consists of a PN junction mounted on insulated substrate and sealed inside the metal case. तुम्हाला दाखवलेले metal case. It's outer metal case. Okay. The glass window is very important.